Hey, welcome to the channel. This is my first video, and in this video we are going to be doing like a less slippery diff is the way I can describe it. Helps almost like a diff locker, but not quite there. It's almost there. It's like 90% way to being a diff locker, but your turning will be easier, and you know it's for a Honda 300. We don't have um, usually we don't have are able to disengage four-wheel drive, so we don't really want a diff logger right now for it, because if we do, we won't be able to turn because we can't disengage it. So this is my best option as of right now. These are two cone washers. There's a cone washer right there. You use these, you put them, you take two of them. You can order them brand new, or you can find you a spare differential that has your cone washers in them. I think all Hondas around this time use these specific cone washers. So if you just find another diff, you can pull them out of there and use them. But yeah, we'll be opening up this 300 front diff, and we'll be making it a lot better to ride and easier to get through the mud. So what I've got here is obviously my front diff. You're going to, of course, you need these. I also have a ball peen hammer, a flathead screwdriver, 14 millimeter, 12 millimeter, and a E10. Right there it says E10. I don't have my impact with me. It's at my house. I'm at my dad's. And I would recommend using a tap set on this. I have some carb cleaner to clean all the parts before we put it all back together. All right, let's get into it. Excuse my bootleg camera stand. I just had to make that real quick. Let me take my valuables off. So these two right here, closest to the neck, those are 14s. Mine are, of course, obviously loose. I did already go through this and look at what I needed to do, so that way I knew how to film this video and explain everything. Don't be scared to go into this differential. It's not as scary as I thought it was, because it's just a differential. There's really nothing to them too important. But these are your only two 14 millimeters. So now we're done with this 14 until we put it back together. Now all these other ones, they're all going to be a 12 millimeter. So I will loosen them all up, and I will pick the camera up once I got all of them taken off, and I'll open the case. All right, I got all of the bolts out. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your screwdriver, and usually yours won't be cracked open like this already, but there's a little slide here. You would take your screwdriver and pry open, or you would take your ball peen hammer, hit it a little bit to get it cracked loose. There's also another slot on the other side that you just take it and you would twist your screwdriver in. It's pretty tedious to get these things off of there. They don't like coming up. There you go. When you take it off, you're going to have a little shim on the side of the case, either here or right here on this shaft. You don't want to lose them or mix them up with the other ones. You would also, I'd hope you'd check out your bearing, make sure it's all good and nice, and this bearing is really nice. Take this off, same thing with this side. See, there's that shim right there. We're just gonna put it on the case, and now would be a good time to check your pinion, make sure there's no slack in it. Check all your gears in there, make sure you got all your gears. I do, I've already checked. And now you have this. Check your gears, looks good. We're going to start by taking these 12 millimeters off. Like I said, I've already been into mine. They are Loctited, so it will be a little bit of trouble getting them off. Oh, and I also I have, you can't see them, but I have red marks, so I know right here, right here, right here, this is how the case came off. And once I get these out, I will pick up the camera. Alrighty. So, I've got them all taken out. Free spinning. Take it off carefully. You're going to have this. Nothing in here is going to fall out. Unless if this clutch pack is stuck. This is your clutch pack. There's a little shim on there. Make sure you don't lose it. Don't want to lose any of these shims. You'll be in a bad spot. Now, down in here, this is where you will find your two shims. I like to get them all oiled up, and I put it in the middle, okay? A lot of people do it. I don't really know why, but I'm going to do it because they said so. Put it in the middle. I'm just going to leave this out. I'm going to take everything apart because I'm going to clean it out with some carb cleaner here in a little bit. So now after you've got these, you're going to take your E10 and you're going to take all these E10s off. Now it doesn't fit quite on there perfectly. So you're going to have to push down hard if you're using an impact, which you should be, because if this is your first time opening your diff, it's going to be Loctited. So make sure you push down firm and hit the trigger. I'll pick it up once I got all them off. Now that I've got all the E10s out, you're going to want to open it up. Be careful. There's a shim right there by my thumb. Don't want to lose it. And then here are your other two cone washers. There's also a clutch pack right here, so do not turn it over. They will fall out. So here are the two cone washers. Put it in the middle, rub it around. And like that, now you have 6 cone washers instead of 4 in your diff, which will tighten your diff up and ultimately cause less slip in your diff. So say this was your diff, there's going to be some slip in there, put the cone washers in there, now there's less slip, but still able to slip. That's basically what's happening. Now I'm going to go and clean all this stuff up so it'll last me a lot longer than it will like it is. I'm also, well, I just got these two clean. I want to show this. I'm going to add just a little bit of gear oil in the bearings. Turn them around. Make sure you get it all in there. Same thing with the other. Put some oil in there. Just Spin it around. And do the same with the pinion. All right, that is full of oil. Next, I'm gonna take this shim off. Take all your shims out before you clean it so you don't lose them. Also, I feel like I should say that because some people won't. I'm gonna clean this part. Then I'm going to clean this part and this part. I'm not going to clean the clutch packs though, because I just think it's better that I don't. I'll pick it up. Got all my parts all cleaned up. Got all the shims back in there. Now we will start reassembling. So we'll start with this piece with the clutches. Man, this is gonna be difficult. Not difficult, but annoying. Okay. Got that in there. Now what I'll do is I'll take this piece. Don't want to lose that shim. And the cone part goes down. And I wiped my red mark off, which is fantastic. I don't think it matters too much, but I like to have it. Now we will, we're going to put, I chose blue Loctite, but some people like to choose red just in case, you know. We're going to put blue Loctite on all of these. I'm going to clean them up. I would take my tap and die set, clean all your threads up and everything, and then I would Loctite them, put them in there. I'm going to do, my dad looked up the specs. He said it was about 28 for like a bolt that goes in. Alright, we're outside. I now have a Torx bar. That's my dad on his motorcycle. I've got foot pounds. I'm going to do about 40 foot-pounds, and I hope I don't break anything. That's why the camera's a little different. Yeah, it fell down while I was inside, so now we're out here. I cleaned up all my mess. Loctite. I think that was way too much. Get them started in there. So overall, this is a pretty simple job. It's just kind of nerve-wracking that you might lose a shim or You might possibly break a bolt, but other than that, it's pretty straightforward. It's a little time consuming, not too bad. I will, if you keep updated on the channel, which I hope you do, there will be a lot more Honda 300 videos, and I will have other people also on the channel. Jace Fight, he will hopefully be creating a channel pretty soon. That's who I got my shims from. He's got a very nice Honda 300. His is built pretty nice, pretty nice. I've also got another guy, Vance Dorsey. Don't know if he's gonna make a channel, but maybe he will, and maybe we'll have us a whole little series. We all have 300s. We all have pretty different ideas on what we're doing with them. So I'm just torquing these down to 10 right now, and then I'll gradually move up to 30. Jay should be coming over to my house today. I am wiring up my, he hasn't been out to my house yet, which is pretty weird. He hasn't seen all my stuff. But hopefully we'll be doing that today, and I will also be making another video on how to wire up halos, some dash lights on a 300. So if anybody's having trouble on adding like a reverse light, which is what I'm doing, yeah, hey, go watch my video. Oh, I just noticed that the camera is up and down instead of side to side. Sorry about that. I'm sure that's pretty annoying. I'm not a professional. I'm not up to Braden Price just yet, but I'm working on it. Mud puppy. You know, all the guys. I'm gonna move up to 30. See? Just like that. I could have stripped out this E10 right here. Sorry. I'm working with all this bootleg stuff. These aren't even my tools that I'm using. That must be pretty tight if it's doing that. Take a seat. But you want these to be tight. I'm gonna mount this a different way, and I'll pick up the camera. All right, got it mounted. Let's try it again. It didn't last very long. Alright, I'm finna go get my impact. Well, the bus wasn't holding out, so I went and got my impact. We're just fixing now. As you see, kind of messed a few of them up. You want to watch out for that. You don't want to do that. But mine's just barely messed up. Like I said, it doesn't fit right, so what can you do? Time to go get the bottom part, and I'll put it together right here. All right. So now you've got this piece. It's all put together. Yours should be marked. I still have a little bit of the red mark right there. But first things first, you're gonna want to take that clutch pack, put it on in there. Make sure both clutch packs are seated correctly. If they aren't, you will know. It won't go in there. All right, just like that. Now, you're gonna, oh no, be careful. Don't drop your shims. I just dropped my shims. Bad example on video. Now they're dirty. So, swap them off. If they went like this, that means it would go like that. On there, cone part facing up. And this part over here. All right. Okay. Now let's put the bolts in. Well, let's not put them in just yet. We gotta put some Loctite on there. Goodness. Dropping everything. A little bit of Loctite on it. It's about that much. Put it on in there. Put that one in there. You want to Loctite them. I've heard some stories of these bolts coming open on, or coming out on the inside of them while you're going down, and it'll tear apart your differential, and you can't get these anymore, so you will want to Loctite them. All right, let me go grab my 12mm. I'll be right back. All right, got 12. Take it. go in the star pattern until you can't. Alright. Now this is what you got. I mean, now you just put it back in the case. Let me go and grab the cases. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to be doing this one-handed so that way y'all can see what I'm doing. Make sure your shim right here is on there. You want to put these gears on the pinion gear right there, the one with the thingy. You want to slide it on in there until that pinion starts turning when you turn that. Alright, and now this stuff right here, you're gonna want to put this stuff on there. Put a big bead all the way around it. The camera's messed up, my fault. I'm just really focused. Okay. And I'm going to let this sit for about 3 to 5 minutes so it gets a little stiff. And then I will mash the other case on there. I'll pick y'all up whenever it's that time. Alright, I've let it sit for about 4 minutes. I'm going to take my shim and just go ahead and put it on here. And now I'm going to figure out which way this thing goes. It goes like this. Push it down. All right. Let's put some bolts in. Make sure your 2 14s go up front here. These are your 2 14s, and then all these are your 12s. I don't know what the camera's doing. I'm not looking at it really. I'm just focusing on getting this thing done. I've been working on it for 3 days. Just been figuring out what to do. Alright. Take a 12. Zip them down. Take your 14, wherever it is. Alright, I got my 14. Alright, and pick the camera up once I've got all these things zipped down. Alright, everything's zipped down. Now what I'm going to do is just take a rag, spray some carburetor cleaner on here, and wipe all of the excess gray stuff off. A little bit in there. Pick up your diff. Wipe it off. Keep it as good looking as possible. Some people won't do this because either they just don't care, or it might possibly help seal it. But I am going to painting this diff pretty soon. It'll be in another one of my videos. Make sure whenever I upload them, y'all go and check them out, which will be very, very soon. Alright. It's all nice and tight. Thank y'all for watching and stick around. Hit the subscribe button, help me out. Help me get my channel out. You got any 300 friends that want to do this? Send this video to them. Look on the inside there, I'm spinning the pinion. Everything's spinning, working nice. Alright. Thank y'all so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Make sure you check out my other videos. Thanks. See ya.